Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. This week I want to see if you can identify the feature that I've circled in red. So we're looking for this spur of land that's sticking out here. Also, can you work out where the photo was taken from? This week the map is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000. So somewhere on there is the feature and also the photo location. Let's have a look in more detail at the photograph. What can we see? Well, we're looking down some quite steep ground to a dip, which then rises fairly steeply up the other side. We've got some rocky ground, some cliffs there by the looks of it, and looks like certainly rocky ground around there. Notice we've got some wall features in the dip in the bottom, but walls aren't shown on the 1 to 50,000 map, so we can't use those. We've got to look at the shape of the land. So what does the shape of the land do? Well, to the left as we look of this rocky ground, we've got a fairly steep drop off, and it's got some trees in it, and then beyond that looks like low-lying flat farmland. The trees, so we've got trees here, and then a gap, and then we've got some more trees, so we'll come on to that in a moment. There's a bit of a track through the trees there. To the right of our rocky summit, the ground drops away, rough ground, and it seems like it's less steep on the right hand side here than it is on the left. It's a flat topped summit, and we can see that extending away into the distance and then dropping slightly to the right. And notice at this point here the ground comes away and then drops more steeply, and in front of that spur sticking down we've got some more trees here. So does any of that make sense looking at the map? So we've got high ground in lots of places. Got high ground here, dropping down, some more high ground up here, look, dropping down, more high ground here, dropping down, high ground up here. We can see the top of the map. This is a flatter area, and then more less flat, if you like, area on the right hand side. So makes sense that to the north is that flat farmland that we could see extending away. So we're looking in an easterly direction roughly, and if we are, then where are the trees? Well, here are the trees on a north facing slope. But if we look here, look, Broughton Plantation. So plantations are often managed, Forestry Commission symbol there, so there may well be chopped down and the map doesn't keep up, so we might not see that gap in the forest. So we've got to look at the actual contours, the things that aren't going to change. Hills are never going to change, it's always going to be a hill, no matter what man does or humans do to interfere with it. So can we see a drop down, a steep rise to a rocky, craggy high area? Well, if we were on this area here, dropping down and up the other side up to this high point here with the woods dropping away, this is a conical shaped hill. Look, it's got a ring contour on the top, so it's not a wide flat area that we could see, and also there's no rocky ground symbol on there, no cliff symbol, so we're not looking at that. And beyond it we wouldn't see a forested area either, so can't be that one. What about further along to the east? Could we be looking down this dip here and up to this rocky ground of the Wainstones with the plantation to the left, and then here, look, that flatter area extending along to 397, and that indicating a broader, flatter, ridged summit rather than that. So let's compare side by side. Okay, so if we're on the high ground here, looking down and across to this high rocky area, could we be looking from this point here down and up to this rocky area of the Wainstones here, with these rocks here being these here, these trees here being this plantation here with a gap cut out. This track here, look, which one's that? Well, we've got a track here, but that is coming into the dip between this hill and this hill. It's the lowest point, and this track here is coming in higher up the hillside up there. So the low point is down here, so that track there is going to be this one here, not that one there. So looking at that one, just move the photo along. What about these woods here? So they're down and beyond the rocky ground, so those there are the rocky ground, so those. So I've taken the red circle off this map just so we could see a little bit more clearly. Sorry for this photo, but we're looking for that feature there. Look how we've got a gradual down and then it steepens down. Well, look at this ground here, Hasty Bank. We've got a gradual drop off, and then just above the N of bank, the contours get closer together and steepen off. So that point there, just at that point there, is that point there, the steepening. So in terms of the exact photo location, you can see that we're already on ground that's dropping away, and it's quite steep heading down into here. So if we look at the map, let's just zoom in a little bit on there. If we look at this summit, we've got a steepening and then a flattening and then a steepening again. So we weren't on that flattening, we were further on than that, so just about this point here. So the photo was taken from this point here, looking down the dip up to the Wainstones, along the flat ridge and down the spur, and that there is the feature that I had circled. So I hope you got that one right. Not too difficult this week, I don't think, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.